In 1947, in the barren desert near the Dead Sea, a young Bedouin shepherd searching for a lost goat hurled a stone into a dark cave and heard the sound of pottery shattering. Inside that cave and in others nearby lay one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, ancient scrolls hidden away for nearly 2,000 years, waiting in silence to be uncovered. These fragments, known today as the Dead Sea Scrolls, would transform the study of religion, history and language by opening a direct window into the world of early Judaism and the roots of Christianity. What began as an accidental find soon became a revelation, as scholars pieced together the fragile parchments and papyri covered in faded Hebrew, Aramaic and Greek letters. The scrolls date from roughly the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE, a period of immense upheaval in Jewish history, when sects vied for influence, when Rome's shadow loomed over Judea, and when expectations of a coming Messiah burned fiercely in the hearts of many. The texts include copies of nearly every book of the Hebrew Bible except Esther, alongside apocryphal works, hymns, commentaries, rules of religious communities and mystical visions. Some are remarkably intact, such as the great Isaiah scroll, stretching more than 20 feet long, while others survive only as tiny fragments. Yet together, they form a library unparalleled in the ancient world. Their survival through centuries of desert heat and political turmoil is honestly nothing short of miraculous. The discovery immediately sparked excitement and controversy, for here were manuscripts 1,000 years older than the oldest biblical texts known at the time, confirming that much of the Hebrew Bible had been transmitted with extraordinary accuracy across centuries, while also revealing small but significant variations. Scholars could now compare the wording of passages long debated and see how sacred scripture evolved over time. The scrolls also unveiled the beliefs of the mysterious sect that likely preserved them, often identified with the Essenes, a strict ascetic community that lived near Qumran by the shores of the Dead Sea. They practiced ritual purity, shared property, and awaited the final battle between the sons of light and the sons of darkness. The scrolls revealed a world of apocalyptic expectation, where messianic hopes were not abstract dreams, but imminent realities. For historians, the scrolls provided unprecedented insight into the diversity of Judaism in the Second Temple period, long before Rabbinic Judaism and Christianity crystallized into distinct faiths. The scrolls showed a vibrant mosaic of interpretation, law and prophecy. They contained texts about angels and demons, visions of heavenly thrones, and elaborate rules for communal living. They offered glimpses into how scripture was read, how it was expanded through commentary, and how it was used to shape identity and destiny. They confirmed that groups within Judaism were wrestling with questions of covenant, authority, and salvation, questions that would later echo through Christian writings and beyond. The scrolls also carried profound significance for the study of language. They preserved rare forms of Hebrew alongside Aramaic and Greek, reflecting the multilingual world of Judea in the last centuries before the Common Era. Their vocabulary, grammar and phrasing illuminated the background against which both the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament emerged. To linguists, each fragment became a puzzle piece in reconstructing how ancient languages shifted and interacted across time and space. Yet the story of the Dead Sea Scrolls is not only one of scholarship but also of intrigue and conflict. When the first scrolls reached antiquities dealers in Jerusalem, they were smuggled, sold and even advertised in newspapers. Their immense value quickly became clear, and rival claims arose between collectors, scholars and religious institutions over who owned them and who had the right to study them. For decades, a small team of experts tightly controlled access to many of the texts, leading to accusations of secrecy and suppression. Only in the late 20th century were high-quality photographs and digital copies made widely available, democratizing the study of the scrolls and ensuring that their secrets would no longer be confined to a few. For believers, the scrolls carried deep spiritual resonance. Many saw them as confirmation of the antiquity of biblical texts. Others found in them echoes of New Testament themes, from baptism to messianic expectation, sparking debates about the relationship between the Qumran community and early Christianity. Were John the Baptist, or even Jesus himself, influenced by Essene thought? No definitive link has ever been proven, yet the parallels are tantalizing, and they continue to inspire both scholarship and speculation. The scrolls thus became not just historical artifacts, but living texts still capable of shaping religious imagination. Today, the Dead Sea Scrolls are preserved in Jerusalem in the shrine of the book, their fragile parchment displayed under careful lighting, while digital technology allows people around the world to examine them in extraordinary detail. Their discovery stands as a reminder of how fragile, yet enduring, the written word can be. They are cracked, faded, and incomplete, yet their message has survived wars, conquests, and centuries of silence to speak again in the modern age. They remind us that history is never truly lost, but sometimes only waiting, buried in caves beneath desert sands, until chance and fate bring it once more to light. The Dead Sea Scrolls remain one of the most powerful symbols of humanity's quest to preserve meaning across time. They embody the devotion of a community that believed its words and prayers must be hidden from destruction, preserved for a future age. They embody the struggles of scholars and believers who have wrestled with their meaning. And they embody the awe of encountering voices from 2 millennia ago, still whispering across the fragile surface of parchment. In the end, the scrolls do not only tell us about ancient prophecy, ritual, and law, they tell us about ourselves, about the enduring human desire to write, to preserve, to remember, and to hope that what we inscribe in our brief lives may outlast the dust of ages and speak to generations yet unborn.